Welcome to the Regal People Podcast, where we will delve into the untold stories and complex histories that have shaped our world. Today we turn our attention to a place steeped in American tradition, Churchill Downs, known globally for its prestigious horse races and iconic Kentucky Derby. Churchill Downs holds a prominent place in American history. However, beneath its glamorous facade lies a dark and often overlooked chapter, one that reveals the depths of human cruelty and oppression. In this episode, we shine light on the unsettling truth that Churchill Downs was once a site where the brutal practice of breaking rebellious slaves took place. While the racetrack stands today as a symbol of sport and entertainment, its past is stained by the horrors of slavery and the systematic abuse of human beings. Join us as we uncover this hidden history and explore the legacy it has left behind. Established in 1875, Churchill Downs rose quickly to prominence as one of the most prestigious horse racing venues in the world. Located in Louisville, Kentucky, it became synonymous with the annual Kentucky Derby, attracting elite spectators and capturing the imagination of millions. Slavery in the United States. To understand the dark underbelly of Churchill Downs' history, we must first confront the harsh realities of slavery in the United States. Dating back to the colonial era and reaching its peak in the antebellum South, slavery was a brutal institution that tore families apart and stripped individuals of their humanity. Brutal methods of control. Slave owners employed a variety of barbaric tactics to maintain control over their enslaved labor force, from physical beatings and sexual violence to psychological manipulation and forced separation. The tools of oppression were as varied as they were cruel. The goal was not just labor extraction, but also the total submission of enslaved individuals to the will of their masters. By examining the historical context of Churchill Downs and the broader landscape of slavery in the United States, we begin to unravel the layers of oppression that have shaped our nation's history. Join us as we delve deeper into the disturbing practices that occurred within the shadows of this iconic racetrack. Churchill Downs, the institution of slavery, intersected with the world of horse racing in a disturbing manner. Enslaved individuals who displayed any hint of rebellion or defiance were subjected to a horrifying process known as breaking. This process aimed to crush their spirits and enforce absolute obedience to their masters. Accounts reveal a grim reality where enslaved individuals were subjected to unimaginable cruelty and dehumanization. Torture tactics ranged from severe beatings and branded solitary confinement, even more sadistic forms of punishment. These methods were intended not only to inflict physical pain, but also to instill fear and submission in the minds of the enslaved. The psychological toll of such brutality cannot be overstated. Enslaved individuals faced constant terror and uncertainty, living in a state of perpetual fear for their safety and the safety of their loved ones. The trauma inflicted upon them reverberated through generations, leaving a lasting legacy of pain and suffering. Shedding light on these dark practices, we confront the uncomfortable truths of our past and recognize the resilience of those who endured unimaginable horrors. Legacy of the brutal practices employed at Churchill Downs extends far beyond its historical context, leaving a profound impact on enslaved individuals and their descendants, as well as the broader community. For enslaved individuals, the trauma inflicted through the process of breaking reverberated throughout their lives and shaped their sense of self and identity. The psychological scars of oppression persisted long after emancipation, influencing family dynamics, community cohesion, and individual well-being. Furthermore, the intergenerational transmission of trauma has had enduring effects on the descendants of those who endured slavery. From systematic inequalities to ongoing struggle for racial justice, the legacy of slavery continues to shape the lived experiences of Black Americans today. In examining the broader implications of this history, we confront uncomfortable truths about the institutions and systems that have perpetuated oppression and inequality. The history of Churchill Downs serves as a stark reminder of the enduring legacy of slavery and the need for systematic change to address its lasting impacts. Acknowledging and reckoning with this dark chapter of history is essential for healing and reconciliation. By confronting the uncomfortable truths of our past, we can work towards a more just and equitable future. Through education, dialogue, and collective action, we can honor the resilience of those who suffered and strive to build a society rooted in justice, equality, and compassion. As we confront the unsettling truths of Churchill Downs' history, it's essential to consider how we can move forward in a spirit of healing and reconciliation. Efforts to address historical injustice and promote reconciliation are underway, but much work remains to be done. Initiatives such as Truth, and reconciliation commissions, reparation programs, community-based education initiatives seek to confront the legacies of slavery and systematic racism head-on. Preserving and sharing marginalized histories, including those of enslaved people, is crucial for fostering understanding and empathy. By amplifying the voices and experiences of those who have been marginalized and oppressed, we can work towards a more inclusive and equitable society. We encourage listeners to engage with this history thoughtfully and critically, recognizing the complexity of the past and its ongoing impact on our present. By educating ourselves, engaging in meaningful dialogue, and supporting efforts towards truth and reconciliation, we can contribute to a more just and compassionate world. Together, let us commit to confronting the uncomfortable truths of our history, acknowledging the pain and suffering of those who came before us, and working towards a future where we are all treated with dignity and respect. Uncovering the unsettling truths hidden beneath the glamorous exterior of Churchill Downs, we explore how this iconic racetrack was once a site of unspeakable cruelty, where enslaved individuals were subjected to horrific acts of violence and oppression in the name of profit and power. We delved into the historical context of slavery in the United States, examining the brutal methods used by slave owners to control and subjugate enslaved people. We confronted the horrific reality of the practices of breaking rebellious slaves at Churchill Downs, where torture and coercion were wielded as tools of domination. The impact of this dark chapter of history reverberates through the generations, leaving a lasting legacy of trauma and injustice. However, by confronting these uncomfortable truths and acknowledging the pain and suffering of those who came before us, we take a crucial step towards healing and reconciliation. We must continue to engage with this history thoughtfully and critically, recognizing the complexities of the past and its enduring impact on our present. By learning from the mistakes of the past and working towards a more just and equitable future, we honor the resilience of those who have suffered and strive to build a world where we are all treated with dignity and respect. Exciting news! Introducing the Winner's Circle, Black Jockey Legacy by Exclusive Yusuf. Dive into the untold stories of black jockeys who defied the odds and left an incredible mark on the world of horse racing. From triumphs on the track to struggles against systematic racism, this ebook illuminates the resilience and tenacity of these remarkable athletes. Discover the captivating narratives and rich history of black jockeys, often overshadowed but never forgotten. Winner's Circle is a must-read for anyone passionate about horse racing, sports history, and enduring spirit of perseverance. Get your copy today and join us to celebrate the legacy of these unsung heroes by hitting the link below. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and reflection. As we move forward, let us commit to continuing our learning, challenging our assumptions, and confronting the uncomfortable truths of our history. Together we can build a brighter tomorrow rooted in justice, compassion, and understanding. Till next time, peace and blessings.